All right, y'all, it's the Gypsy Rose tea that y'all have been waiting on. And this, you better buckle up, Buttercup, because this ride is about to get very wild. Oh, yeah, and this is all alleged for educational purposes only. I cannot confirm if she's under house arrest, and I do not want to speculate for obvious reasons. But what I do know is if you had not made that part 2 video, Rod would have never taken that live with Fancy. Christy put the pressure on him to do that. He doesn't want anything to do with social media. He doesn't even post his own TikToks. It's her that is doing it for him. Now, a little side note. I actually said that I speculated that based off of the fact that the day that account was opened, I was on the block list. What does that tell you? Okay. Christy had blocked several people from Facebook and her group chats recently and entirely deleted a whole chat with a few of their long-term friends, but not from her online community and long-term friends. She said that the family will be putting on a united front now more than ever. And no matter what goes down behind closed doors, no one will get the satisfaction of it because they'll be publicly supporting each other regardless of any drama towards each other. Well, if that doesn't tell you that there's clearly drama going on and there's things that people aren't privy to, that people have hinted on, that right there tells you. Gypsy is getting worse. She's barely getting out of bed, expects everybody to cook for her, clean up after her, and has not offered one time to help despite of the many hints from Ken and Christy. Oh, and I do know Gypsy was told by Parole to not entice any more animosity online by responding to quote-unquote trolls and quote-unquote haters, and the retaliation, whether it's her talking about paninis or accusations about Ryan when she was writing on his page about him wanting to get rid of Pixie, basically just ordering her to stop engaging with negative online and posting anything that will put her freedom at jeopardy, especially by giving people excuses to call Parole on her. And apparently no one in the house called the cops, but Christy hinted at something to do with the Parole, suspecting that she was living with Ken and just not at home. So she was just randomly being checked up on to catch her being out. If she wasn't at home and at the same time, tell her to refrain from responding or posting negative stuff as she really pushes the limits and it's making them look really bad, like they can't control her. However, that part was only hinted by Christy and not confirmed. Also, Christy hates you so much, she's losing her mind that there's nothing that she can do to shut you up. And she has stated about trying every possible angle to shut you down at 3 particular videos, and I believe one is you, no doubt. I don't have anything exciting for you at the moment, though. Your part 2 definitely got them, and even Rod, I think, is having his eyes forced to be open, but sadly he won't let us know that because he thinks he can't let Gypsy down again because they've brainwashed him into believing he's partially responsible for everything, so he tiptoes around Gypsy, but then Christy gets mad at him when she wants him on her side, even though Christy is the one that has made him this way. Still a lot going on that Rod isn't aware of, and we think only his son and possibly Mia can make him see sense. But right now, the whole lot of them caring more about keeping up the appearance to hide that there's so much drama because they care more about people's perception of them more than they care about the right thing. And oh yeah, Gypsy had a tantrum because Ken and Christy suggested holding off on the engagement, as if there was no engagement, then it'll make all the rumors look like they were also wrong. But I'm pretty sure they'll go ahead as she is already planning the wedding. She's not right in her head at all. She is treating her family and Ken as if she expects and is entitled to princess treatment because that's what she's enjoyed her whole life. She acts like a spoiled you-know-what who's rejecting having to grow up and live in the real world rather than a traumatized victim who's happy to have a second chance at life. The girl just enjoys doing nothing and being babied. Ken is at his limits. He has said the lives with him need to be less as it's been too much pressure on him. So Christy is obviously still oversharing and venting despite of tightening up her circle, and you can imagine how many people know a lot but don't speak up. She's definitely changed for the worse as she thinks she's a big deal now. For what? I don't know. And she hates Gypsy. Be careful, please, because they're getting more and more angry and desperate the more you post. And that part 2 really made them take notice and change tactics on how they present themselves online and on public as a family. Gypsy is relying on the baby content to keep her fame going and thinking by ignoring, but privately, in quotations, stalking people's comments, that people will eventually forget why they don't like her and be distracted by the baby. Please don't reveal my connection or me. I'm probably not going to reach out again until I find something interesting out, because right now it's just Christy continuing to talk. SHIT, which isn't anything new. I'll see what I can find. Take care and make sure to keep people knowing about her real motive and the truth about the unaliving, because it definitely got their attention. For Rod to jump on that live shows that they're worried. I truly pity him so much. I think he's weak and he ignores the things he knows to be true because he doesn't want to deal with it. But I also think he's in a manipulative marriage with a woman who is narcissistic and devious, and she is capable of doing what Gypsy did to Dee Dee. Right now, they're acting like the victim. He's only happy when he gets away from the house to work. He genuinely thinks this is his second chance, and that means protecting his family by choosing to be blind to the truth about his wife and his daughter. He's simply a humble man, and drama and lies eat him up. He's the exact opposite from his wife, and Mia is being clever. Now, before I give you my opinion, I just want to say that this was all alleged, right? So what I think was very interesting is that she recently deleted a lot of people off of her Facebook. I knew that already because there's people that told me that, right? But I still got my people. Sorry, Christy. Try again. Now, of course, we kind of can see that Parole has tightened up on her. But I think because this person can't confirm whether or not she's on house arrest or not, I don't think she is on house arrest. I do think that she has tighter rules, but I don't think house arrest per se, but I don't know that for sure. So, because this person said they can't deny whether or not that's true or not. But I think it's very interesting about the fact that, you know, Rod did jump on it live. I did think that was odd, but I didn't really think correlated to anything that I had posted or whatever. I just think like right now that this is kind of like, to kind of know some of the behind the scenes allegedly is interesting, because, you know, we see what we see on social media or what we, you know, kind of see their behavior. But I also want to point out there's one particular picture that I saw online that kind of made me feel like, and then I got this message, so I think it was ironic. Now, you can't tell me that the look in Christy's eyes does not look like, yeah, I got that trust fund money sitting in the trust fund under my name. And Jib, you better smile and make these people think on the internet that you like me, okay? You know, don't get the messenger, but her eyes look devious. Like that smirk. Put some red hair on there and tell me she ain't Chucky. All right, y'all. This is what I have for y'all. I'm late. I'm sorry I overslept, but I got this out to y'all. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye for now.